You know, there are two simple words we all use every single day, probably every hour without even thinking about it. But what if I told you those two little words might be the very things holding you back from, well, everything you could be? Yep, I am. I mean, who doesn't use these words constantly? It feels so basic, right? It's how we introduce ourselves, how we explain ourselves. It's just this quick, easy shorthand for who we are. And honestly, we don't give it a second thought. Think about this one. I am just that way. You've heard it, I've heard it, we've probably all said it at some point. It's like we're stating this fundamental law of the universe about ourselves, like it's permanent, carved in stone, no questions asked. Or, okay, how about this classic? You're working on something, you make a simple mistake, and what's the first thing that pops into your head? Ugh, I am so dumb. It's just a moment of frustration, right? But what we're actually doing is declaring it as a permanent fact, a state of being. Okay, so this one feels different. On the surface, I am a doctor sounds great. It's positive. It's a huge accomplishment. But here's the crazy part. Even a label like that can be incredibly limiting. Because when you say, I am a doctor, it can start to eclipse all the other amazing things you are. A parent, a friend, a neighbor, even a killer handball player. All right, let's get into the heart of it, the identity trap. Why I am is a dead end. You see, the real problem here is that even though these I am statements feel totally natural, they spring this identity trap. The moment we say I am something, we're basically stating a final, unchangeable conclusion about ourselves. And that, right there, slams the door on growth, on change, on any other possibility. Now, there's this fantastic concept from neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, that just nails this idea. It's called the map is not the territory. Think about that for a second. A map of your city? It's useful, for sure, but it's not the city, right? It doesn't have the people, the sounds, the smells, the life. Well, your I am label, that's the map. It's a simple little drawing. You are the territory, this huge, complex, amazing landscape. And let's bring it back to our doctor to really see this in action. The map versus the territory. The map says, I am a doctor. Simple, flat. But the territory? Oh, the territory is so much more. It's being a father, a great handball player, a loving son, the neighbor who always helps out. See? That one little label, that map, just can't possibly capture the whole, incredible, messy, wonderful person. So this isn't just some fun thought experiment. Getting too attached to these labels, it has real-world consequences. There are some serious psychological costs. Which brings us to the 3 hidden dangers of a fixed identity. Okay, so what are these dangers? First up, it completely limits your growth. If you tell yourself, I am bad at math, that's it. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Why would you even bother trying to get better? Any failure just proves you right. Second, it tanks your resilience. Imagine your entire identity is wrapped up in being a successful entrepreneur. What happens if the business fails? It's not just a setback. It feels like you have failed as a person. It can lead to a total identity crisis. And third, it creates conflict. When you have a super rigid identity, I am this, it almost always comes with a silent judgment. And I am not that. And that can make us way less accepting of people who are different from us. So yeah, that's the trap. But don't worry, this isn't all doom and gloom. Because the good news is, there is a simple, and I mean really simple, but powerful way out of this. It's all about a tiny shift in how we talk. A simple language shift, moving from identity to action. Let's look at how this works. It's a healthier perspective. So instead of saying something like, I am a perfectionist, which sounds so permanent, try this. I often show perfectionistic behavior. Or instead of, I am a doctor, how about, in my work, I act as a doctor? Even with feelings, instead of, I am angry, try, I feel angry. Can you feel the difference? It's huge. You're separating the permanent you from a temporary behavior, a role, or a feeling. It gives you space, it gives you flexibility, and most importantly, it gives you back your choice. And really, that's what this all boils down to. It's time to think beyond your labels, because you are so much more than a simple definition. I really want you to let this sink in for a moment. You are more than the labels you give yourself. You're not some static thing that can just be slapped with a label. You are a process. You're constantly changing, growing, evolving. You are bigger than any one job, any one personality trait, any one emotion you feel in a given moment. Remember, Those labels are just the map. You are the whole amazing, complicated, beautiful territory. So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Think about it. Which I am label, which one has been keeping you in a box? Which one are you ready to let go of right now, today?